Good morning. Welcome home to Mailer's Landing. I'm Sue, and we are in Growing Zone 6B, snuggled up in the warm arms of the Commonwealth. And this video took a really long time. We had kind of a bumpy entry into spring. April was really, really tough. And I just didn't want to go back and edit the footage. The thing about editing is that you go over that footage over and over and over in the process of editing, and then you get to relive the moment, right? I started editing this in May. So come on along. I've got garden tours for you. I've got little tiny chickens growing up. I've got baby goats. I've got a content warning about the next couple of minutes. I'm going to trauma dump for a few minutes, and it's going to be terrible because we had some terrible things happen. If this is not your bag, I 100% get that, and I respect that. So jump ahead to the silver linings part if you'd like, or just sit this one out. I celebrate your boundaries. Wanted to let you know. So here's what happened. All three of our does were coming to 155 days from when we'd had Bear here. Previously on Battlestar Galactica. And all of them were definitely pregnant. We had a really good time over the winter trying to determine how many babies were in there, and yeah, so all that. And Piper gave birth on a really, really cold night, and nobody was there and didn't make a peep about it. I heard nothing on the monitor. And you know, if there's something terrible to discover, it's going to be Ray who discovers it. And there she was in the barn at 5 a.m. and was confronted with two cold kids. Bill and I jumped into the car pretty much straight from bed, and those babies didn't make it. We suspect she gave birth around 3 a.m. and never cleaned the kids off. Hours later, I was cleaning up the barn and I found a third. So at some point in the night, she gave birth to triplets. I don't even know if they took a breath. We don't know anything. When I called the vet afterwards to let him know what had happened and find out if I needed a necroscopy, he said that it was most likely the weather, and that he'd been hearing from people all over the county that morning. Knowing that it wasn't just us and that it was a super cold night, I don't know that it helped. We had feelings to process. We all had some feelings to process. And then about a week later, Lyric went into labor. We were all there, every one of us. And she delivered breech. The baby was floppy, and did not take a breath. And I had Jen on speakerphone. We were going back and forth. She was telling me what I should try, this and that, and we tried all the things. That was really, really hard. That was really, really hard. So we're all processing those two events. Right about the time my aunt comes into town, because we're gonna have Passover on Saturday. And that's when Mom trips and face plants into the front of her oven. Mom is okay. She just got cleared to do short trips driving again, and boy, howdy, is she happy about that. So all of that is going on. about 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning and I'm making Dutch babies when I hear on the monitor in the barn some noises. And I ran down. Bill minded the Dutch baby. And when the Lasers got here for brunch, they came down to the barn. About 10:30 in the morning, 2 beautiful doelings born. And they're perfect and they're beautiful. And they bleated and they nursed. They came out hooves and nose first, like you're supposed to. I am so grateful. I am so grateful for these tiny lives, these tiny, healthy, walking around, making noise, nursing, little full round bellies. They're wonderful. They're wonderful. I am so grateful. BH, BH. And we have 2 healthy doelings on the ground. This is Stanza, and this little girl is Harper. All my does are healthy and well. And that's the really, truly, I think that would have broken me. I think I would have been done with goats if I had lost a doe. I came out the other end of this experience with so many feelings, so many different feelings. Let's talk about milking.
Sing, girlfriend. Sing.
She has incredibly tiny teeth.
We call her Tiny Teat McGee over here.
Is that her new name?
That's her name, Tiny Teat McGee.
Piper went a long time without passing her placenta, which is not good. It's pretty dangerous for a goat. So with my understanding of human lactation, I went forth to the internet and consulted a couple of books and decided I was going to need to milk her out. To work myself up to it, sat on the couch, watched a lot of videos, went down and cleaned up a stall. It took us about an hour to get up on the stand. Now, remember, I had started working with Drummer at one point. I had not started working with Piper on the stand at any point. And she had just had a really terrible night. The only thing I knew for sure was that it was going to take as long as it was going to take. And if I could remain patient and flexible, we'd both get where we needed to go. And we did. Piper did pass the placenta and eat it shortly afterward. I was amazed at my own capacity for gore in the moment. Victory, I'll take it. By day 3, I no longer needed a partner to milk her, which was great, because at first Bill was there like petting, just keeping her still. Things were very similar with Lyric. And when Drummer's kids were born, I opted to let her just raise them, because at that point I started to be bringing in over a half gallon of milk just between Lyric and Piper. That's a lot of milk. And also Drummer bites. And not unlike a Philip K. Dick novel, it just stops there. So come on along. I've got a garden journal for you, and there are baby goats, and there is a divine tangle going on in my yard. I'll show you how we got there. Come on. Hello, honey. You doing okay there? You find something yummy? Can you get back out? Oh my God, they're so silly. Say hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Look at your lashes. Oh my goodness, you're so sweet. Oh my goodness. Look how big we are. Yeah. Hello. What'd you see, buddy? These are all tomato volunteers, so I think I'm gonna separate some of these and put them out. See, there's tons of them in here. So my job for the next couple of weeks is gonna be to keep moving those around. These are Gawd, more onions, many more peas. They're not weaned per se, but they're definitely eating food now. Good morning. And a lot of mustard greens, tatsoi, oh so many peas. Another hallway of peas and tomatillos. And these are the pigeon peas and the nasturtiums. Made beef and gailan for dinner last night. That girly scape. There's a bird I am convinced is a roo. Oh, Baaaaaybee. So, we didn't plant turnips, huh?
No, but she's pretty.
All right, you got plans for that?
Mm-hmm.
What you
Gonna make
do?
soup.
Nice.
And that chicken better watch out.
Aww. The very first blueberry turning blue. There's another one down there. Monarda is coming up. Look at this beautiful bee balm. Just starting to bloom. Oh, here's a double-decker one. It's the 1st of July, and we've got everybody together in the big yard. Industry. It rained last night, thank goodness. And now, look at these beautiful berries coming in. This is anise hyssop, and it is taller than me. I've got yarrow. There's bee balm all over the place here. There are chives. They've gone a bit feral. These are perfect. They grow in here in the thorny places. They're like a soulful kind of jammy, oh, good, a little bit seedy, so crunchy when you chew it. I want you to know, I didn't sow a single one of those tomatoes. I feel really well taken care of. Really, really well taken care of. I believe those are cucumbers that I planted back there. The Thai basil is starting to pay off. These are the pigeon peas, the gandules. I couldn't be more thrilled about this carrot patch. Historically, I have had a lot of trouble growing carrots. I planted these in paper egg cartons that I made holes in, 1 seed per, and I just moved the whole thing over out of the greenhouse when it was time. Believe that is more cucumbers. Lots of beets this year. Lots and lots. Handful of yellow ones even. So this is the squash patch, and there may or may not be turtle eggs in this one. This is our setup on our new stanchion. We're at the point where the girls will generally get up there by themselves. Sometimes they're a little clownish, but in general, if there's corn in that trough, they're happy. Good morning. The hydrangeas came out to bloom today. So very blue. And not all of us understand fences. Good morning. We're all feisty and springy.
Look at you just cooking along on that.
It's been a few minutes, right? I mean, are we creeping up on 3 months?
Yeah?
Yeah. It's got to be 3 months. Kind of proud of it. Is that okay to say?
That's perfect to say. You should be. You just look so calm and confident doing all that.
That's a good thing, right?
Yes.
I talk with my therapist a lot about this, building my life intentionally towards what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Give you a stroke. Oh yeah, good girl. This is definitely something I want. I'm not sure I knew that at the outset. I knew I like to eat food. Well done. Thank you. Good girl.
You all happy, Piper?
I would like a cookie, please. Come on up. Up on the stand, please. Do I have to brag? I do. Good girl. But it's over here. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Well done. One more hand. There you go. Yard jam season has officially begun. You see that turkey? And the babies? There's 2 hens. So you built this shop more or less from like scratch.
Yeah, we had a chicken coop. This half of it is where it was before.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a turkey coop on the left side.
And you changed its orientation.
Yeah, it was kind of facing in the same direction as this one, but we rotated it 90 degrees and moved it over.
And you gave it walls.
And gave it walls. This was just framed in with hardware cloth, metal hardware cloth. And some of it's still in there, but I removed most of it and put real walls on. This first building's just storage. Put a set of double doors on the back. You can kind of see where the chicken run exits used to be.
How's the solar working for you?
Solar works great. Let me flip it on. I was charging my speaker while I was listening to music. So
Nice.
it was on. We've got 2 bulbs in each. This solar set was sold primarily for like emergencies and campers and that sort of thing. So it got good reviews after the most recent Hurricane Helene, which is honestly why I bought this, because a bunch of people were talking about how this saved their ass. I was like, must be durable enough for what I'm using it for.
So good.
So the floor in here is made of pallets with free clipboard that I got, and then this plastic checkerboarding on top of it that I also got for free.
Nice.
Most of this was made without having to purchase materials because we had a lot of stuff on hand, and I'm also pretty good at finding stuff for free.
Upcycle.
So, yeah, upcycling. So we got a little bit of everything in here. I have enough room to work on a single small machine. I have a whole bunch of workstations. This one and that one both fold up when not in use.
Oh my God, you've got Murphy desks.
Yeah, I got Murphy desks. This machine I just finished working on. It was 90 degrees, basically up against this wall with this folded up.
Wow.
So I could like get around and work on it, but I just finished putting the bearings back in the rear end.
I love the MDF wall too. Really, I like anything that I can store bits and pieces in.
That's kind of the key here is I'm really working with limited space. So
And that's a reclaimed set of doors.
yeah, these doors and this window I got for free.
Nice.
So these were the first things I put in when I framed all of this out, and then everything else went around it.
And the plastic
This is
walls.
original. This metal hardware cloth with corrugated plastic on it. That's original. The plastic wasn't on all 4 walls, but the hardware cloth was. So I kept this for light before I had the solar system in. But it is nice to be able to get a green view out one wall. I'll definitely keep this like this.
I bet it's going to keep this room warm in winter.
And come wintertime, I will assess whether or not I want to finish these walls and insulate.
I think that's a great idea.
But we'll see how
right.
cold it actually gets.
This looks really, really good. I'm so impressed.
I'm very happy with how this has come out.
So all of your circuitry runs off of those 2 panels?
Yeah, this was a kit I bought off of Amazon. I think it was like 150 bucks. Everything with this was plug and play. This was all, I'm pretty sure, hardwired in, and this just runs along up and in through a little crack in the eave vent.
Do you have a battery?
And yeah, there's a little battery box. I wonder if I can get it.
It's okay.
I wonder if I get a view of it through the dirty window, but I don't think you can.
Hello, this ice cream is freaking incredible. I made brown sugar vanilla ice cream. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some kind of surplus trellising over here. This is the chaos that I embrace. This is so dear to me. This tangle of stuff. Count yourself lucky this time. Count the rain in minutes if you have to. I won't judge you. Come on, get out of bed. It's time to go. New day brought you blue skies and a fresh field of snow. This time won't be the last time you surrender. Little girl, use the gate. Use the gate, girl. Here he goes. Late July. I'm finishing this film today. I'm finishing it. I just wanted to show you the Armenian string cheese that I made. It needs to get wrapped up and put in the cold place. Thanks so much for hanging around today and checking out the front end of our year. Catch you up soon. Take care.